Representative Haler, you sit on the House Appropriations Committee, which handles the state operating budget. We are now almost 7 months into the two-year budget cycle. How are things looking so far?
It's looking great, and the budget is balanced, and it's remaining balanced. I think that it's really good that we got together in a bipartisan fashion last year and formed a budget that the people of the state can be proud of.
So our operating budget is finally in the black after years of being in the red. Why is that? What was the approach? How was the approach different last year than in years past?
We got together and sat down and actually formed a bipartisan budget, a budget that did not raise any taxes, that did not go into deficit spending. In fact, for the first time in, I think, 20 years, our budget is actually in the black. And it's very refreshing to see that as a result of last year's budget negotiations, that bipartisan spirit has continued, not only in the House, but also in the Senate.
So this year is a supplemental budget year. How would you explain that to your constituents?
Well, normally during a supplemental year, we do tweaking on the budget. In fact, we try to almost write another budget again. But this year, we're approaching it a lot differently. As a result of last year's bipartisan budget, we do not believe that we have to rewrite the budget again this year, but what we do believe and are looking at is there'll be some minor tweaks. There may be some additions coming out with the Senate budget, trying to meet the McCleary decision and helping people out there and helping our most vulnerable. I don't think that we're going to be creating a lot of new programs, a lot of new state programs. Having said that, though, there are dire needs throughout our state, and I'm running a bill this year that meets one of those needs.
Yeah, you're involved with a lot of different pieces of legislation. Can you tell us about your bill to address the shortage of primary care physicians in rural and underserved areas of our state?
Yes, I would be glad to. In eastern Washington, we have the lowest number of primary care physicians of anywhere in the United States, and that even goes for the state of Washington. We are so low in the number of primary care physicians that the University of Washington Medical School, as well as Cadillac Hospital, have formed this alliance to bring in a residency program to Cadillac Hospital, to the Tri-Cities, for everybody in the Tri-Cities. And we'll be taking candidates from around the nation. If we get the approval this year for that project from the state, the first graduating class will be in 2019, and hopefully there'll be 18 or 19 new physicians who will have been trained in the Tri-Cities, and about 65% of them statistically, on a historical statistical level, will stay in the eastern Washington region, and then the next class and the next class. So we'll be building on the success of the class of 2019 and bringing in more student physicians to finally become doctors. And I'm looking forward to that happening and delivering quality care to all people in eastern Washington. Please get a hold of me while I'm in Olympia during the next couple of months. You can see my contact information on the screen if you need some assistance or if you need just to talk to me about some issues. Looking forward to talking to you.